Alright, let's get this straight. Everything you've been told about manifestation is probably a lie. The vision boards, the chanting, the idea that you can just sit on your couch, think about $1 million, and the universe will just drop it in your lap like some cosmic Amazon delivery. It's mostly garbage. And honestly, that's the best news you'll hear all day, because the real power isn't out there in the cosmos, it's locked inside your own head. And today, I'm going to give you the keys. You've been trying, right? You've been thinking positive, repeating your affirmations until you're blue in the face. I am wealthy. I am loved. I am successful. But you look at your bank account, and it's still screaming for help. You're still single. You're still stuck. You feel like you're sending out all this energy and getting nothing back but radio silence. It's frustrating. It makes you feel like maybe you're just not worthy, or you're doing it wrong. There's this old joke about a guy who's trying to manifest a spoon. He's in a restaurant, eyes squeezed shut, focusing with all his might. Spoon, spoon, I am manifesting a spoon. A waiter comes over and says, "Sir, you forgot your spoon," and tries to hand him one. The guy shoos him away, annoyed. "Go away. I'm busy manifesting." He completely misses the fact that the universe did deliver. It just didn't happen with a flash of light and a puff of smoke. It happened through the most logical channel available. And that, right there, is the entire secret. It's not about magic. It's about mechanics. The mechanics of your own brain. So let's talk about the real boss running your life. It's not you. Not the you that's listening to this right now, anyway. The real boss is your subconscious mind. Think of your mind like an iceberg. The tiny little tip sticking out of the water, that's your conscious mind. It's what you use to decide what to have for lunch, or to worry about that deadline. But the massive, gigantic chunk of ice underneath the surface, the part that actually steers the whole thing, that's your subconscious. It's running the show on autopilot. It handles your breathing, your heartbeat, your habits, your gut reactions. Over 90% of your daily life is run by this hidden operating system. And this operating system runs on software. That software is your core beliefs. These are the fundamental truths you hold about yourself and the world. I'm not good enough. Money is hard to come by. Love always ends in pain. I'm just not a lucky person. Sound familiar? Here's the kicker. Most of this software was installed before you were 7 years old. When you're a little kid, your brain is in a state that's basically like hypnosis. You don't have a critical filter. You just absorb everything. So when your parents fought about money, your subconscious installed the program, money causes conflict. When a teacher said you weren't good at math, your subconscious installed, I'm bad with numbers. These programs become your reality. Think about that friend who always ends up dating the same type of jerk. Consciously, she says she wants a nice, stable partner. But her subconscious program, probably installed in childhood, says, I have to earn love, or love is a struggle. So her brain literally filters out the nice, stable guys. They seem boring, but the emotionally unavailable project who feels familiar? Ding ding ding, the program recognizes a match and pushes her right toward him, creating the same painful reality over and over again. She's not manifesting bad luck. Her subconscious is just faithfully running its outdated software. So how do we rewrite this software? This is where it gets cool. This isn't spiritual woo-woo. It's straight up neuroscience. Your brain has a built-in spam filter called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS. It's a little bundle of nerves that decides what information from the outside world gets to your conscious attention. You're bombarded with millions of bits of data every second. The RAS filters out almost all of it. And what does it let through? Whatever you've told it is important. This is why when you decide you want to buy a red Jeep, you suddenly see red Jeeps everywhere. They were always there. You just never noticed them because your RAS was filtering them out as irrelevant. The moment you set that intention, you gave your RAS a new search command. Red Jeep equals important. Manifestation is literally just giving your brain's search engine a new set of keywords. When you focus intensely on new business opportunities, your RAS starts highlighting conversations, articles, and people that it would have ignored yesterday. You're not magically pulling opportunities out of thin air. You're just finally training your brain to see the ones that are already all around you. And it gets better. Your brain is not a fixed, static thing. It's like Play-Doh. Every single thought you have, every action you take, physically rewires it. This is called neuroplasticity. The old saying in neuroscience is neurons that fire together, wire together. When you constantly think, I'm a failure, you are strengthening the neural pathway for failure, making it your brain's superhighway. It becomes your default automatic thought. This is why affirmations aren't just magic words. When you repeat, I am confident and capable, you are literally doing reps for your brain. You're firing a new set of neurons, building a new pathway. At first, it feels like a lie. The old failure highway is still bigger and faster. But if you keep doing it, that new confidence pathway gets stronger and stronger, while the old one starts to wither away from lack of use. You are literally, physically, building a new brain that defaults to confidence. And what fuels this whole process? A little chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is your motivation molecule. And here's the secret. Your brain releases it not just when you achieve a reward, but when you anticipate one. When you vividly visualize yourself acing that job interview or crossing that finish line, your brain doesn't just see a pretty picture. It experiences a simulation. It releases a little hit of dopamine, which makes you feel good and, crucially, motivates you to take the action to get the real thing. Visualization isn't daydreaming. It's a neurochemical pregame for success. So if the science is so clear, why do so many people fail? It comes back to the guy with the spoon. They do all the internal work, but they refuse to take the most critical step, action. They're waiting for the magic, but the magic isn't in the wishing. It's in the doing. The universe, your brain, whatever you want to call it, will present you with the opportunity, the waiter with the spoon. But you have to be the one to reach out and take it. The best therapists have known this for decades. A core technique in cognitive behavioral therapy is called behavioral activation. It's the principle of act as if. You don't wait until you feel motivated to go to the gym. You go to the gym, and the action itself creates the motivation. You don't wait until you feel confident to speak up in a meeting. You speak up, even if your voice is shaking, and that action builds the confidence. Action isn't the result of change, it's the cause of it. And once you start taking action, another powerful brain quirk kicks in, confirmation bias. Your brain loves to be right. It actively seeks out evidence to confirm what it already believes. So when you start acting like a successful person, your brain starts scanning your reality for proof that you are a successful person. That small win, proof. That compliment from your boss, proof. It creates a powerful feedback loop where your new beliefs and actions reinforce each other, accelerating your transformation. Now, a quick warning. This is where the mainstream manifestation gurus get it dangerously wrong. They'll tell you that you attract everything, which leads to toxic victim blaming. Let's be crystal clear. You do not manifest cancer. You do not manifest abuse. You do not manifest systemic poverty. The world is complex, and terrible things happen that are completely outside of your control. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you a harmful fantasy. This isn't about controlling the world. It's about controlling your response to it. It's also why so many people get frustrated and give up. They're trying so hard, holding on so tight, obsessing over the outcome, and then, paradoxically, the moment they finally let go, the thing they want shows up. The gurus call this trusting the universe. But what's really happening? When you let go, you're breaking the cycle of anxiety and obsession. You're quieting the desperate noise in your head. And in that quiet space, your brain finally has the bandwidth to see the solution that was right in front of you all along. Letting go isn't a spiritual surrender. It's a cognitive strategy. So forget about sending your wish list to the universe. The universe isn't listening, but your subconscious mind is. It's listening to every single thought you have, and it's working 24/7 to turn those thoughts into your reality. You are the programmer of your own mind. You can't control the world, but you have a shocking amount of control over the machine that perceives and interacts with it. So the question isn't whether manifestation is real. The question is, are you going to keep waiting for a magic spoon to appear out of thin air? Or are you going to start writing the code, building the new neural pathways, and taking the action required to grab the one that's already being offered to you? The power was never out there. It's been inside your head the whole time. Let me know in the comments, what's the first line of code you're going to write for your new program starting today?